Hey horror fans! Ever heard of Deadly Eyes? You might know it as The Rats or Night Eyes, depending on where you've seen it. This wild ride hit Canada in '82 and then crept into US theatres on April Fool's Day, '83, which honestly kind of fits the vibe. So what's this one about? Picture this. Some tainted corn, yup really, gets laced with roided up steroids, and suddenly all the rats in Toronto start turning into beefy monsters. Think rats the size of your average dachshund. That's not great news for anyone living in the city. Paul Harris, just your regular divorced teacher and basketball coach, teams up with Health Inspector Kelly Leonard to get to the bottom of the rat problem. They're backed up by this total rat nerd scientist, Dr. Spencer, and basically it turns into an all-you-can-eat buffet of rat attacks. Schools, movie theatres, bowling alleys, even the subway, nowhere is safe. There's even this totally bonkers scene where the rats crash a screening of Bruce Lee's Game of Death. Fun fact, it was directed by the same guy as this movie, Robert Clouse. Everything pretty much explodes, literally at the end. But don't get too comfy, because the last shot has these rats munching away on the mayor right in the middle of the subway crowd. Toronto just can't catch a break. Wondering who's in this cheese fest? We've got Sam Groom as Paul, Sara Botsford as Kelly, and the legendary Scatman Crothers as George. Plus Sec Linda, Lisa Langlois and Leslie Donaldson round out the main cast. And here's a fun fact for creature feature lovers. Those giant killer rats, they're actually dachshunds in costumes. Puppets filled in for the close-ups. Camp, but so much fun. Clouse even worked clips from his own Bruce Lee flick, Game of Death, into the film. The soundtrack is a trip too, with folk rock tunes by Chuck McDermott, including the super hard-to-find song Lolita. For some reason, some of the posters showed the New York skyline. Guess what? The entire movie's set in Toronto. Go figure. When it dropped, critics, and even the author of the original book, James Herbert, totally dunked on this movie. He called it absolute rubbish, and the Rotten Tomatoes score isn't pretty. But if you're into B-movie craziness and love a movie that winks at its own silliness, this is a real gem. It's quickly built up a cult following, partly because the campy dachshund rats are hilarious, but also because those female leads are actually tough and interesting, not your typical scream queens. People love it as a so-bad-it's-good horror flick, especially because it's short, weirdly fast-paced, only 87 minutes, and just such a Canadian time capsule. If you're curious to own a piece of this oddball history, there's a special edition Blu-ray and DVD out from Scream Shout Factory. It comes with a slick transfer, bonus features, and a featurette called Dogs in Rats Clothing, which, yes, dishes about how they made the dachshund rat magic happen. Want juicy behind the scenes? You'll get cast interviews, and you'll hear how co-writer Charles Eagley apparently kept Scatman Crothers happy on set. Let's just say it involved plenty of marijuana. So, craving a killer creature feature 80s style? Grab some popcorn, maybe skip the corn though, and check out Deadly Eyes. Have you seen Deadly Eyes? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to Movies of the '80s.